Greetings and welcome to Let's Play Survey. Let's see what happens next. I'm hearing voices. That's never a good sign. Oh! Haha, I'm faster than you. How can you still walk? Lilith? Are you upset with me or something? I didn't do anything. I'm sorry for your pickup, papa. I heard crying. God is dead, did you know that? Hey. Up. Can't get out. Forgot a window. I'm putting the TV...
According to a recent poll, infidelity is at an all-time high. This may be due to...
And the game crashed again. I swear to God, if I have to play this again, I'm... Auto updates enabled. Oh, the game got patched, apparently. That's interesting. Can I continue now where I left off? Can you not... Oh, that's the wrong game. Wait a second. Wait a second. No! No! Ah! Fucking damn it! Close. Yes. I was like, what? The survey. Let's not make it windowed. How about this? Let me fix that here. Not Steam. Can I do this without the... Wait a second. Add game. Okay. Wonderful. Load game, that's nice. Do I have to do this whole God is dead jingy-massingy again, or... Ah, now I can move the mouse without having to reset all the time. Okay, so I have to do this whole thing again. You know, the game would be a lot better if it wouldn't crash all the time. It kind of ruins the mood in a horror game if you have to do these scary parts over and over and over again, you know, just say.
8, 9, 2, 6, 4.
Yeah.
8, 9, 2, 6.
8. Need to write
9, 2, 6, 4.
Or is this the beginning again? I don't know. 2, 9, 8, 9, something. So let's do this whole God is dead thing again.
8, 9.
See how many documents I have, yes. 8. Nine. Ruling. Okay. Now we need a guest bedroom. So up and down, left and right. 8, 9, 2, 6, 4. It opened up Lily's room. What fell down? Lilith, I'm sorry. I don't blame you that Dad beat me. Totally fine. Oh, hi. You don't look so good. So, let's see what happens now. Okay, can't leave. There's nothing here, it's good.
According to a recent poll, infidelity is at an all-time high. This may be due to marrying too young, lack of commitment, or even financial instability. Let us examine the story of Joseph and Mary Walker, the two married and bore a daughter, Lilith, who was very talented in many artistic mediums, especially in painting. Joseph and Mary also had a son named Marcus. Joseph worked as a construction worker, while Mary worked as a secretary for a local business. Soon after discovering Lilith's talents, her parents encouraged her greatly to continue and perfect her skills. Eventually, a high enough demand for her paintings allowed the Walkers to become financially stable, simply by selling Lilith's art. Both Joseph and Mary quit their jobs, as Lilith's paintings sold anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 apiece, depending on the buyer. Due to this high demand, Joseph and Mary began to live life far above their means, taking advantage of their gifted child in order to satisfy their own greed. It started off with Joseph burning Marcus with cigarettes if Lilith refused to work. Slowly, the abuse became worse and more intense, until one episode landed Marcus in the hospital. Marcus had several bruises along with a dislocated arm. The family was forced to cover up the incident and no charges were filed.
He fell down the stairs.
This abuse continued for a long time. Marcus grew accustomed to it. It was simply a part of his life, just as much as breathing or sleeping. After Lilith was diagnosed with a rare bone condition, everything changed. She lost her ability to paint, leading the family into a period of financial hardships. Joseph wasn't able to find work due to his alcoholism, but Mary was able to find a job at her old company. Her former employer kept in touch with her throughout the years. Tension began to build within the family. Marcus usually remained passive among family affairs, but the situation gave him much joy. They were suffering, and he knew it. He couldn't have been happier. He couldn't have been happier. He couldn't have been happier.
Well?
He couldn't have been happier. He couldn't have been happier. He couldn't have been happier. He couldn't have been happier.
Sitting alone in his room at dark, watching Channel 12. Part 2. He had a taunting grin on his face, as if seeing her suffer filled his heart with delight. For the first time in a long time he felt joy. Well, apparently I don't like my sister that much. Yes? Come on in. I'm trapped in here. Yes? Open the door. Are you laughing or crying? I'm in my hidey hole. Nobody can find me here. Haha! Oh. Ah, no, I can open. Yeah, I can't shut the TV down. Sorry. Makes your ears bleed. My parents gave me the news, so I have this condition called something. Basically, it's a condition where my soft tissue, ligaments, tendons, muscles gradually turn into bone. They said that eventually I lose mobility in my arms, legs, neck, everywhere, until I need a caretaker to basically do everything for me. Right now I feel it in my arms and torso. For now I just sort of stay in my bed. It hurts to walk around and I can't really exercise or damage my body in any way, or else it will speed up the process. I mean, I'm only 15, so this is a lot to take in. Knowing that I will slowly become more and more immobile. It's a bit ironic, isn't it? I wish I could stop painting or that I wouldn't have to anymore. And this was the answer I received. The best they could do was prescribe medication for the pain. A year from now there's a good chance that I won't be able to walk, and I'll be in a wheelchair worse. I just hope my family will be stable without my help. I'll be a pretty big burden. The other day I overheard my parents arguing. My mom brought up the idea of getting a divorce. I feel like this is all my fault, Lilith. Yeah, it's totally your fault for getting a fucking disease. Stupid girl. Is the service thing still broken? Were they so colorful before? I didn't notice that. So... You're crying, but I see nobody. I can't leave the house. There's light outside. It's nice. Are you quiet? Well, nothing I can do. I finished that puzzle. Nothing coming up here. Hello? So this is what I hear her crying. Putting up the light doesn't really help. Any mails? Nope. Turn around. Oh my god! Paintings on the floor. No more backstory? Oh. Yes? I overheard him talking about what Lilith's condition was. Apparently she has some sort of bone disorder. Basically the body keeps becoming more and more immobilized and she's basically paralyzed. Oh come on, this is not the fourth time we regurgitate this. The process can take a while, but it continually gets worse and worse. They seem very worried about it. As far as I know, Lilith won't be able to paint. I wonder what will happen. Mom and Dad were screaming at each other the other day. I've never seen them argue like that. It was quite entertaining seeing them bicker and yell. I had a wide grin across my face as I watched the spectacle. My parents have been trying to find work ever since they heard the news, but only my mom has been able to find a job with her old employer. Dad hasn't had any luck. This is quite an unfortunate situation. I did a bit more research on the condition. It seems incurable. My parents seem like they are in a state of panic. I've never seen them like this before, frantic, scared and unstable. I've never been more excited in my life. Ah, I hate my parents. Oh, there's something. My mom showed him the divorce paperwork and he was livid. I've never seen my dad this furious, his bloodshot eyes trembling in fear because he knew he was powerless against the decision. He kept taking beer bottles and smashing them against the kitchen table after he heard the news. She said she was tired of having him just drink all day and not contributing to the family at all. I left a little surprise for him in the car. He will find out while he's driving. Took a fucking shit in his car. Well, for now I guess it will just be Mom, Lilith and I. She asked me to get a part-time job since we'll need the money to help with Lilith's medical bills. I don't mind working, even though I'm still in high school. I'll be pretty busy, but I guess I'll just have to deal with it. It will be hard though. I went to the doctor the other day and examined my shoulder. It turns out I've had a torn rotator cuff for a while now, but I've never been able to get it checked out because of that. And haven't been able to rotate my arms past 90 degrees without feeling this tearing sensation in the back of my shoulder. Thanks, Dad. I guess in the end everybody gets what they deserve. Oh, hi. Are you going to kill me again? What if I move away? Nope. Okay. Scary! Can you stop crying for a bit? It's really annoying. Suicide note. It's been hard the last year. I've been working overtime almost every week at my job ever since the divorce, just to cover everything. Lilith, well, she was bedridden and later Marcus for just about everything. Marcus was attending college and working at the same time. I went on a business trip for about a week and I didn't get the news until I came home. The house caught fire. I was told that Lilith died a horrific death, burning alive as the flames consumed her. They said the fire started in her room, most likely by a candle that was tipped over. The neighbors, they said, all they heard was a haunting scream, like an animal that knows its death is approaching. Everything is gone, my kids, my house. Did I deserve this? I was so blinded by greed. I'm a horrible person. I let my son be abused for years just to force my daughter to paint and make myself money. I guess Joseph got what was coming to him, and now it's my turn. I wish I could watch over them. Mary Walker. It is pretty sad. Apparently I can't go upstairs. Still can't leave the door. Nothing here that I can do? Calming music. Yes, arrow. kind of books do you have? UFO Immersion. Butterfly by James Burnell. Two Skies. White Worlds. This Beautiful Space. Everything to PC. What?
Back with an update concerning our latest story. A drunk driver was recently killed in an accident outside a local liquor store. According to friends and family, the man had been going through a divorce with his wife. Probably trying to drink his sorrows away, he swerved off the road, crashing his car into a tree. Officers have noted that there might have been tampering involved with the braking system of the vehicle. Fortunately, the individual suffered greatly while dying. I know a certain someone that would be happy to know so. Don't worry, I'm stuck as well. This was Joseph, bringing the local news to you.
Okay. Oh, the Angel statue is gone. Oh, hi Lilith. Yeah, you walk it out in the room over there. Walk it, baby. Yeah. Ooh, shake it. Shake it. Do you want a hug? You want a hug? Well, I can come over and give you a hug. It's totally fine. Oh, she's gone again. You want to hug my sister? I guess she's the big sister, but doesn't matter. Wait. It's been almost a year since I've been diagnosed. It's gotten worse recently. I'm losing control of hands, so it's getting quite difficult to write. One day I wake up and I'm unable to move a certain part of my body. It's a bit horrifying having all your muscles. Ligaments and tendons slowly turn into bone. Marcus has been taking care of me. I feel like I'm such a burden to him. On top of school, his part-time job and taking care of me, he seems so busy. Mom's been working overtime almost every weekend just to help with my medical bills. I mean, we have insurance and we still have some money left over for my paintings, but it's still getting pretty tough to pay for everything. I can't walk anymore, so I'm pretty much confined to my bed most of the time. My favorite part of the day is when my brother comes in to check on me. Hopefully he'll never read this. This is embarrassing, but I feel like I'm holding him back. After Dad died, he just seems so much more alive. I guess he got what he deserved, but is this my punishment too? The camera outside. Oh. Moons. You know, I think the main problem, kinda, with this game is that you can't die. If I could die and have to restart over and over and over again without the game crashing, of course, then it would be a little bit more frightening. But, you know, when there is nothing at stake, well, there is a stake, it's in the kitchen, but still, it's just so bland. I mean, okay, she will most likely come through the door and then something happens, but... Sister? Oh gee whiz, nobody here. Well, that's sad. Oh, she left a note on the door. Hello? I can barely keep up with everything. I was accepted into the university that I really wanted to attend, but I decided not to go through with it. If I did leave, no one would be here to take care of my sister. If I'm being honest, I wish I could leave. I want to move on and just forget about her, mom, dad, all of them. I've decided to attend this community college first, and then transfer to university afterwards, to save money. Also, I won't be in a ton of debt after I graduate, so that will be nice. Last night I saw something a bit disturbing. As I made my way to my room, Lilith's door was slightly ajar. Okay. And I could also heard this high-pitched scraping sound. It was my sister scraping her nails against the wall. I turned the light on and there was blood covering her hand. She was running the tips of fingers across the wall, up to the point where her fingernails were now loosely attached to her finger. Ugh. She seemed so out of touch with reality. I looked at her. Can you shut the fuck up? I'm reading your notes. I looked at the other hand, but it was bent at an awkward position. Her wrist bending towards her body while her fingers looked stiff. This thing in my house. I don't think this is my sister. My sister was a painter, a talented girl with immense potential. Her eyes gradually turned towards me. I felt them almost reaching out to me, pleading for comfort. I gave her none. Marcus. Sis? How could there be something in her room here? There is no place for bed. Just saying. Mom is leaving for about a week. She's going on a business trip, so she's leaving me in charge to take care of the house and my sister. I check on her briefly, about once or twice a day, just to make sure she's still alive. I might forget to check throughout the week though. Just a chore taking care of her. Why can't she just die already? Am I wrong for saying that? Because of her talent, her God-given gift to paint, it destroyed our family. Without it, everything would be normal. In the end, everybody gets what they deserve, and she's getting her end right now. Dad received his, and Mom is breaking her back just to make ends meet. I wonder what my end will have in store. Who knows? Maybe I'll get the worst ending of them all. I realize that my hatred for her is wrong and unjustified. It wasn't her fault. She was born with that skill. I feel guilty that I enjoy hearing and seeing her in pain. It's an immature reaction for so long. I wish for someone to feel my suffering. I would get beatings almost every week, with my mom and sister just watching. It was almost entertaining thinking of what I could tell people at school when they ask about the cuts and bruises. Now it's a little different, I guess. I'm in control and she's the helpless one. I don't really believe in a heaven or a hell, but if one exists, I'll probably end up in the latter. Marcus. Oh. Everything turned red? That's interesting. I can't take the survey anymore. Wait a second. No. I thought I saw something. Ooh, another note. This will be the last letter I write. I can feel my right hand becoming immobile and stiff. Mom left a couple days ago and it's been up to Marcus to take care of me. Even though his visits have been getting shorter and less frequent over the last few months, I understand. I'm just a burden to him and my mom. He hasn't checked up on me ever since she left. I've tried everything, knocking and banging my head against the wall, screaming. I mean, that's all I really can do since I'm practically immobile. Sometimes I get my hopes up hearing him walk up the stairs. Just maybe he will walk through the door and check on me. Did I deserve this? For not standing up to my parents and letting all this happen? All of this, it's my fault. I'm sorry, Marcus. I promise I'll never be a burden to you ever again, Lilith. Yes, God is dead. God is dead. God is dead. That really is copied from the PT demo. It's kind of sad. It's this strange looking cupboard. Oh, I can't leave. is dead. So here. So he still doesn't tell me anything. That puts out normal light. That doesn't. Steak. Hey sis, did I tell you about this ketogenic diet? Maybe it can help you too. Say. Time until next hit. I've been everywhere. Do I have to go into special places in a special direction again or something? I don't know. Let's hide in here. That's what I do in horror movies all the time. Can I take this pitch fork or so? Ah. Oh, hi! Hi, sis. You want me to put the radio back on? Okay. Probably not. Well. Apparently I died again. Act 3 or something? But if I understand this correctly, I should be dead, so I don't know what's going on here. Maybe there's a twist or so. I didn't die. I put a corpse in there that looked like me or so, I don't know. Life is pretty quiet, to be honest, right now. Between school and work it's a bit stressful, but it's not as bad as before. Mom is set to come home in a few days. It was nice having the house to myself for about a week. I mean, sometimes it gets eerily quiet, and sometimes I hear these soft knocks coming from the walls. Other times I will hear crying and sobbing, sometimes even screaming. It usually doesn't last too long.
According to the police report, both bodies were recovered, though the young woman was dead at the scene. After performing an autopsy, it was confirmed that the fire led to her death, but officials also found something strange. Her body was starving. What officials think occurred was during her final moments. As an act of desperation, she lit a candle inside her room and started the fire herself. Her younger brother, Marcus Walker, might have neglected her to such a degree. She chose to end her life to ease her suffering. Emotions ranging from jealousy, hatred, enviousness, and frustration might have drove him to neglect her, despite her cries for help. Due to her rare disorder, she was extremely immobile and required help for the simplest activities. She required Marcus for everything. Marcus might have held animosity towards her, as for almost his whole life, everyone had paid their attention to her. Perhaps Marcus wanted her to feel isolated and alone, an emotion he was very familiar with. He wanted vengeance for a crime she didn't commit. Marcus's body was mostly unharmed, though he was not conscious at the scene. He was taken to a local hospital where he currently resides. He is currently in a coma induced by smoke inhalation and has been unconscious ever since the fire. No one knows when or if he will ever wake up or what he is experiencing. He could be experiencing nothing at all, or he might be suffering. The only living relative he had was his mother, Mary Walker, who committed suicide shortly after she heard about the incident. His father, Joseph Walker, was killed in a suspicious road incident where his brakes stopped working while driving under the influence. Due to his unusual situation, no one is left to decide whether or not they should keep him alive in his coma. Many may wonder whether he regrets his actions, whether he regrets neglecting his sister, starving her, and psychologically torturing her to the point of suicide. Others speculate that years of domestic abuse by his father Joseph, along with neglect from his family, left him psychologically scarred. Whatever the case may be, he tortured and isolated his sister. His sister, who loved him, and did everything necessary to protect him. Hopefully all members of the family get what they deserve. In Marcus's case, he's stuck in his own personal purgatory. Stuck in a place between life and death, an eternity of suffering awaits him. Thank you for listening. This was Joseph Walker, bringing your local news to you.
Well, that's bad. I had a strange dream the other day. I woke up in this house, but I was alone. But I felt that something was watching me. I couldn't leave, and every once in a while something would attack me, and I would wake up again. And it kept repeating until I woke up for real, except I only thought it was real after wake up so many times. It was eternal dream. I couldn't see the dream. Holy fuck, I smelled something burning. Ah. Hi, sister. So that's it. Okay. 1.5 hours. Yeesh. I could return it even, but I won't. That would be a shitty thing to do. Yeah, okay. I'm glad I got it for cheaper. Oh, what the fuck? There must be something at stake. There must be fear of death or something like that, and not just boo and oh, creepy, badly animated girl attacking me, and then I wake up again, and so on and so forth. I don't know. They need a lot more. I mean, I watched the PT thing on Zeke's channel. There was a lot more going on. Like there was a little bit more fear. There was something. And there was more than one bad, evil entity. Like there was a baby, newborn, or aborted fetus screaming in a bathtub and something like that. You know, that's something that adds to the creepy atmosphere. This was just, yeah, run around and pick up clues. Anyways, I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And we will see each other soon. So take care and hit the like button.